Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz and I want to talk to you today about some of your paste options when you're working with Microsoft Excel. First of all, I want you to tell this can be a little bit confusing because it's the kind of thing that you don't do all the time. So when you do it, you got to sort of remember, okay, how does that work again? And I want to just describe some of your options. What I want you to observe first is in this cell right here I typed in, when I type things in Excel, the default font is Arial 10, meaning if I were to type anything in any one of these cells right now, by default it would make it font style Arial and size 10. That's the default font. So the reason I draw your attention to that is because down here where it says Tony Holowitz, I want you to observe that it's just the default font style. But I'm going to go up and I'm going to make it red. And I'm going to give the background a color of yellow. Just like that. Now, let's make it bold. In fact, let's make it a little bit bigger. So let's go to size 16 so it's really distinct. Now, in this cell, I'm going to right click on this cell and go copy. Next, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to paste this right in this cell. This cell right here, and I'm going to right click and go paste. When I do that, over here on the bottom right is a little clipboard, and this is my paste options. And when I click on the drop down, here are some different options that I get. Now keep in mind, I made my name red with a yellow background. I made it bold, I made it a little bit bigger. If I want to ignore everything and just create that paste just the way I see it, I can choose keep source formatting. And basically what that means is what I see is what I get. It will take what I copied and paste it there exactly as I see it. However, if I choose match destination formatting, what it's going to do is, because the destination of that cell, the default font is Arial 10, it's going to assume that's what I want to make it. If I click on the drop down again and I do values and number formatting, well, that is not a real good example here because of the fact that I'm dealing with plain text. So I'm going to ignore that. If I do formatting only, what that does is it ignores what I typed and only puts in the formatting. So the formatting of this cell is now applied to this cell. So if I start to type something in this cell, Tommy, it's going to take on all the formatting of the above cell. So that's another option. So when you work with different paste items, and I'm going to click right here again, and I'm going to right click and go copy. Next, I want to come down to where it says column width, and I want to paste that right here. So I'm going to right click and go paste. Now, here are my options. And again, I want to deal with column width. So if I come down here and choose keep source column widths, what it's going to do, it's going to match the column width of what this is up here. So I'm going to do that right now. So it made the column wider as well. So as you can see, there are all kinds of different ways I can paste this in. Let me go to another example. And the way you take the dancing black ants off something you've copied, just hit escape. This cell right here has the number 50 in it. And although you see the number 50, I want to draw your attention up to here where it says equals the sum, and then in parentheses 100 divided by 2. So although it says 50, the actual contents of this cell are not 50, it's a formula. 50 is just the results. So let me right click on this cell, and I'm going to go copy. I'm going to come down here to where it says values and numbering, and I'm going to paste it by right clicking and click on paste. Now here, what we've actually done is when we've copied that cell that has the 50, we haven't actually copied the number 50, we've copied the formula that is hiding in that cell or behind the scenes. So if I come down here and I look at this cell, we can see that this cell contains equals the sum of 100 divided by 2. That's the formula. But if I click on the drop down, one of the things I can do is I can say, you know what, I don't want to copy the formula, I just want to copy the value. And that value happens to be 50. That's the value of that cell. So if I click on values only, now what I've done is in this cell, when I'm in it, you'll notice that in the formula bar, it has the number 50, not the formula. So what I want to urge you to do is come in here and recognize some of the ways you can work with this, practice with it before you need to do it, and come to recognize that there are different ways you can paste information. That is a tool that you'll find useful once you start working with Excel, because my experience has been a lot of times people start working with pasting in Excel, this little option box pops up and you're really not sure what it means. So I've tried to explain that as best I could. My name is Tony Holowitz. This is a great tutorial to come back to and review on a periodic basis because, again, you don't do these things all the time. Again, Tony Holowitz, thank you so very much for being here. Have a great day.